Hello, today I'm going to be showing you two types of global projects that you can complete within your classroom that can be very useful for helping your students become very engaged 21st century learners. The first one I'm going to show you is ePals. ePals is a really great site. It connects a lot of teachers, and one of the things I like about it is just a vast quantity of things that you can draw from. So if you look down here, you can see that it says it has 36,413 results, so there's a lot to pull from. I've already created an account. You can see my name is right here. And it's just got a great global community, and you can see they got people from all over the world that you can connect with based on your particular needs. The other thing that I like about this project is the fact that you can go and pull from a wide range of projects that they have already created. So I actually completed this one with another student in my class and another class, and it was a great project. But the one we're going to look at today is historical places. So you want to click on Learn More. And this just kind of gives you a basic skinny on what's going to be discussed about in the project, and they kind of give you some discussion things you can use within the classroom so you can read up a little bit more, like a welcome, and you get to meet the things to know about meeting your partner in class. One of the things that's really neat about this site is it allows you to customize. So if you click Customize, you can go up here and set your date and time before you're going to start and finish. You can do just age bracket, add the number of students, and add a description. So all these things can be set in place before you even get into the actual process of doing the project. And you have a lot of documents, support documents that go with it as well, which is really helpful for teachers if you're always on the go trying to find new objects to use within the classroom or lesson plans and things like that. The next thing I'm going to show you is basically the outline they have for teachers. So just to kind of give you some basic information about how this works with this project, you can see it's geared to students that are ages 12 to 13, so it would be good for middle and high school setting, especially social studies, which is what I teach, and has a major focus on cultural ties. And so that's one of the things that I actually teach my class is culture and how people's lifestyles are related around culture. Now, looking at the instructional pacing of this, you can see that they have 5 activities. Then you have your welcome and intro and your final thoughts. So all said and done, that's 7 days at least to complete this. And I'd probably add an extra one in there just in case you run over, maybe 2. So you're all said and done, you're probably looking at maybe 9 days to complete the whole project. The objectives are pretty well stated in the instructional outline and pacing guide about what students will do, which is they're identifying historical places such as buildings, structures, and landmarks. They'll also choose one historical place and research its purpose, design, and function, and that's to help compare with another corresponding class and see what results they come with. And the one thing I like about this is they have, like I said, a lot of results that you can use for teachers to use in the project. So here's some of the activities that you have, and it kind of goes in a little bit more detail, such as your welcoming activity, meet your partner in class, and then you share what you know about. And all this is staged really well, and they also have some handouts that go along with it to kind of help explore your ideas. So this is a very well laid out site, and it just gives teachers an opportunity to cover a broad range of topics in terms of landmarks and physical locations that are important to different cultures. So the other things I'll tell you is that you probably need a webcam to do the communications, aside from a computer, if you're trying to do a whole class viewing or a showcase. The other thing you need the computers for is to help create a slideshow, video, or digital book to share with your partner in class to allow them to see your work that you completed. And I'd also say a document camera. So if you're a teacher and you get down to one of the areas where you have to model the worksheets, such as these, a document camera can be really beneficial to show your students what your expectations are for them. The next website I'm going to show you for the global projects is PenPals. I liked PenPals. It seemed pretty nice. It's very laid out in terms of a teacher format. It's very clean cut. But one of the downsides is the fact that it is a paid website. So when you go to the website, you have your teacher account you have to create. And then once you get in, you get to start looking at the different projects. And you can do it based on subject and student age. And what I just had to look at was right here called fake news. So if you click on the topic, it'll immediately pop up. And I'm not going to enroll us in this, but you can enroll. And I'll just show you what it looks like aside from that. So getting into this PenPals, this is a school website that helps schools connect to one another. And they have over 10,000 schools corresponding with it in 150 countries. The only downside, like I said, was that you have to pay for it. So the whole purpose of this activity is to help students recognize credible sources for news. I have a lot of students, even in the sixth grade, that struggle to look at valid sites to get their information for their projects. And so this would be a very beneficial thing for them to be able to do this. The next thing I'm going to show you is a preview of what it looks like. So when you go through it, you have these different activities you can click on. This kind of gives you an idea of what Pen Pals is about, and it gives them a chance to kind of discuss what they learned through the video. Then you come on down here, you got a breaking news activity. This gives you an example of a fictitious news story and gives them some ideas of things to look for and to discuss within the classroom, which is a great way to engage students. Another thing they have is they have a video which talks about how students in modern times are having a harder time distinguishing real news from fake news, which is a great thing, especially since you're getting it from a credible source like the Wall Street Journal. And then as you go down, how people make fake news, it kind of gives you the background on that, see what people actually do and how they purposely do these things. And this is also used within our credible sites such as TED Talks, which I really enjoy. And the last thing I really like about this site is the fact that they encourage students to reflect, and they give you a video of students reflecting and kind of they lay out the expectations of what you should do in your final reflection. So the main purpose of this activity is to actually make your activity that you're going to present to corresponding students. So these are some sample students up here that you'd be corresponding with. But your whole objective is to make a fake news public service announcement and for the other students in another country to see how that affects them in their country as well. So it's kind of a neat site, and it allows you to engage with other students in corresponding countries. And once you've created your class, you get to create your time period that you want to complete the activity in, and then you get your unique code. So students would end up going to penpalschools.com and then type their unique code in to get into their teacher's activity. I think this would be a good activity to complete in a group setting, whether that's a whole group as a class or either in smaller groups. But individually, I think this might be a little bit arduous for students in the sixth grade. So I think it'd be better if you had some higher level learners with some lower level learners to kind of complete this activity and be successful with it. But I think it'd be very beneficial to students in being able to recognize the patterns of what's a credible source to use in the classroom. So in this class, you would have to need several things to make it effective. You would need students to be able to have access to a webcam, also computers to help develop their final product, as I showed in the fake news project. And also you need a way to maybe showcase the videos in front of the class to help the students be able to see the videos as a whole, and you can be able to have those as discussion points with your class. So both of these are great global community projects, and they allow you to build authentic experiences while extending your students' ability to think about their global environment that surrounds them and how it impacts their learning. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this can be of use to you within the classroom.